in the ones that we just mentioned, the red, okay, which is my post-ganglionic fiber, as my information left the spinal cord, it traveled up ganglia to meet the target organ. This is telling me that my pre-ganglionic fiber synapsed in these ganglia, and that went directly to the target. But down here, where I look at my pre and my post fibers, is there anything else present that you see that isn't? Marlisha? Okay. Good. Excellent. Excellent. The fiber from my spinal cord that is going to lead to my adrenal gland, which is the pre-ganglionic or presynaptic. It travels through the chain ganglia all the way to my adrenal gland. The adrenal gland is the inner portion, it's the medulla of that triangle sitting on top of the kidney, and that fiber synapses directly on the cells of that medulla. Guess what? That connection means the adrenal gland of the medulla of the adrenal gland is modified nerve cells. The medulla of the adrenal gland is modified nerve cells. And my sympathetic fiber gets to synapse directly on them. What gets released? My norepinephrine, which is the precursor to my epinephrine, which is going to circulate in my blood, and it's going to go to all the cells of the body, and I'm going to get my ability to fight or flee. What y'all know that about the medulla of the adrenal gland? And that good old epinephrine, norepinephrine, and all that fun stuff you see read about in articles and everything. Well, that means, in the case of the sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight, we're definitely getting excellent history. Now, what about the remaining organs? Anything else that you see? Huh? They got that little yellow spot where it looks like the pre-ganglionic fibers go to meet the post. Most definitely. These are accessory ganglion. All right. What you're seeing is we have three of them. We have the celiac, the superior mesenteric, and inferior mesenteric. This celiac one, people usually say, for example, the solar plexus. And if you get hit in that area, what usually happens to the person that gets like hit in that solar plexus? What happens if like the hit is directly to the solar plexus? What happens to that person? You go down. Can you kind of tell now why? It basically sends such a signal. All the organs are just like done, and they gotta recover. So that's a lot of times what they kind of, relate that to. So what happens is that fiber from the nervous system doesn't stop in the chain. It goes directly to this ganglia, and the response goes to the organ. It doesn't worry about stopping in the chain. Up here, the synapse occurred in the chain, in the ganglia of the chain. Right here, wait a minute, what in the world is happening in this portion right here? Am I seeing a synapse anywhere? No. Where would impulses, information, the passing along that nerve, the response, where is it going? Because I clearly can see information's going to get sent out, but this doesn't go here, 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 or here. Information in this area either moves up the chain or moves down the chain. So this information that's being monitored goes either to these areas or these areas, and then here they're letting us know about what segment gets to feed the skin. What kind of things can happen in the skin from the sympathetic division? Goosebumps. Sweat. No. Pretty much the sweat and the goosebumps. It will have to affect from the blood flow, meaning for either the sweating or the shaking. That one picture right there pretty much explains my sympathetic division. Meaning, for the most part, excitatory to everything, inhibitory, digestive. Yes, ma'am, maybe.
How long is the chain?
It actually travels, they're trying to represent, they're trying to show us here that even though this is our thoracolumbar, the chain it even extends past. Yes, and it extends almost up to the cranial nerve. So it actually extends the entire length of that spinal cord. Does this sort of show how, for example, if there is damage at a certain area, how it may affect the organ. Okay? So if there were damage in these areas, thoracolumbar region, because that is the area for sympathetic, meaning, for the most part, excitatory. Would that cause damage to the organs of the body? If it was severed or had damage? Yes. That's showing the ganglia traveling upward. Now, not exactly meeting to the brain, like right there at the brain, because remember, we still have the brain and cranial nerve. If that's not represented here in the sympathetic, which do you think the brain, well, the cranial nerve are going to be associated with? How about the cervical or the sacral region? Cool when you think about it. To me, it's very interesting seeing how the interior of my body is controlled at these areas of the spinal cord. Because that's really what we're being told. We're being told that these areas will allow the information from those nuclei, picking up the information, detecting, will allow that information to pass and send the effect from these areas of my spinal cord. Well, before, because I'm really getting some blank stares. So before we continue, I'll stop right there for today, and I will see you guys on Tuesday.